Get ready for 5 and 30.
We're just losing our
I'm waiting for
They're coming!
Oh, yeah.
from the field goal.
This is where he announces, I am joining band and I'm playing drums. And I...
Good evening, everyone. At this time, I ask all of you who are able to please stand and join the Grafton High School senior choral members for the singing of our national anthem, arranged by Ghs Senior Robert Danner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets bells bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Seniors, you may be seated. Good evening. Welcome to the Grafton High School Class of 2022 graduation ceremony on this 21st day of May. And can you believe how beautiful it is outside? We are gathered together this evening to celebrate the graduation and many accomplishments of this amazing group of students. My name is Scott Manti, and I have had the honor of being the principal of Grafton High School for the last 7 years. It is my privilege to preside over the ceremony this evening. Giving our welcome address tonight is the Superintendent of Schools for the Grafton School District. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Jeff Nelson.
Thank you, Mr. Manti. Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, faculty, staff, and administration of the Grafton School District, I welcome you to tonight's commencement program for the class of 2022. Thanks for your patience and flexibility as we sought to honor the class of 2022 on our stadium field. It's been a roller coaster of a ride of a year, but we have a chance tonight to celebrate the past 13 years of education that students you've received, your commitment to success, and a future filled with possibilities. I would like to recognize all of our school board members and ask them to stand and be recognized when I read their names. Our school board has kept the focus on you as students, and we appreciate their leadership. Our board president, Paul Lorgy, vice president, Carrie Walls, clerk, Steve Nada, treasurer, Mark Kaler, and board members Blair Jameson, Jerry Rossi, and Sean Taylor. We are fortunate to have talented teachers in our district, and the pandemic has made that fact even more evident. So thank you, teachers, for all of your work throughout the year, as well as volunteering to be here today. I would ask that our teachers stand and be recognized. A special congratulations to Miss Lori and Miss Isbell, if you would stand as they retire this year. So special congratulations to them. I also want to thank the high school administrative team, the office staff, and our technology and maintenance teams for making tonight's ceremony a reality. If you drove by here anytime after 11 o'clock today, cars that you saw in the parking lot belong to those people. So the extra efforts that you have made, which allows us to be together tonight, is greatly appreciated. So if you would please stand, let's recognize them. And a final person I want to recognize was not in my notes because if it hadn't worked out, I wasn't going to recognize him. But Brian Nizanski is a meteorologist from WTMJ, and you might recognize him as that. But he's also a parent in our district, and he's been on my speed dial the last couple days. And when we talked yesterday, there was a high probability, if you read the email, there was a high probability of rain. But this morning, he said I would roll the dice, and you'll be fine. And we know meteorologists are never wrong, so of course, we rolled the dice, and luckily we did, so thanks to Brian, and he sent me a radar just like 30 minutes ago saying you're going to be fine. So according to him, we're going to be good. Yeah, thank you, Brian. Well, seniors, you made it. We were in person every day this year, and you were able to attend sporting events, concerts, dances, and other activities that make being a senior a special time of life. In our district, we are fortunate that all of our students and families see the benefit of education and receiving a high school diploma, as not all districts have that opportunity. So how did you achieve this goal of high school graduation? We know that this didn't happen by accident, so how did it happen? As we seek to have each of our graduates leave our district being college, career, and life ready, I would like to talk to you about an important word that I've been researching lately called hope. Research has shown that hope is a better indicator of success than ACT, SAT, or grade point average. And on the surface, that sounds sort of crazy. According to Merriam-Webster, by definition, hope is a desire accompanied by expectation of or belief in fulfillment. So hope is not just wishful thinking, nor a personality trait or genetic predisposition. As our board president has been known to say, hope is not a strategy, and since he is one of my bosses, he's correct. In the 1990s, positive psychologist C.R. Snyder developed a theory and saw hope as a cognitive process allowing individuals to plan for and execute the pursuit of goals. The theory essentially lays out that you must feel like you have agency, which that's just a fancy way of stating an ability to bring about change, and a pathway to achieve that change. If those conditions are in place, motivation will drive a person to achieve the set goal. This is an important part to realize. You can't just hope to accomplish something. You have to set a goal, pursue the goal, and make progress towards the goal is important as it gives confidence that the goal can be achieved. Hope assumes active participation in achieving goals through planning and motivation. And there are three components associated with having hope. Number one, you have to have goal-oriented thoughts. Number two, you have to develop strategies to achieve your goals. And third, but not least, being motivated to expend effort to accomplish the goals you have set. We are here today because you have a set of goal of graduating. You worked to achieve that goal, and you overcame obstacles in your way to achieve the goal. So now what? What's your next goal? Don't let high school define you. If you did great in high school, continue on that path and set lofty goals. If you struggled in high school, keep setting goals and work to attain them. Graduation is just one stepping stone in your pathway to a successful life ahead of you. Often, people will comment to me about concerns about the next generation. And if you, our next generation, will be able to move our nation and world forward. And I would argue that you are even better prepared to lead as you've survived a global pandemic. You've learned virtually with no prior experience, and yet you are still accomplishing your goals. Change is something that you have grown up with, and you have still achieved success in spite of it. You have earned an outstanding education from our district, and have received support from family and friends that has prepared you to leave here and be successful. We know you will be successful. Demonstrate hope, set goals, develop strategies, and then work hard to achieve your goals. On behalf of our school board and our community, I extend congratulations to each of you and your families on achieving today's milestone. You've truly been an amazing class to work with. It's been a great privilege to see you grow, and we're excited to see what the future has for you. So congratulations, Grafton High School, class of 2022.
Each year, it is tradition for a Grafton High School faculty member to speak to the graduating class. The speaker is selected by our seniors. This year, we are excited to announce that our seniors have selected one of our science teachers to give this address. Please welcome to the stage, Mrs. Alyssa Bloom.
Good evening, class of 2022. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I want to congratulate you all. You did it. We're proud of you and your accomplishments. Graduates, I also sincerely want to thank you for giving me a chance to speak to you tonight. For this speech, I wanted to pick a topic that would truly represent you all as a graduating class. After a great deal of time spent contemplating, it seemed what best represented your years of schooling was the theme of change. Now, fear not. I'm not talking about chemical or physical changes, changing energy forms, or changing raw materials into finished products. You've been there, and we've had those conversations. I want to focus on the changes you've experienced, because tonight is as much a time to reflect on how far you've come as it is looking forward. You may not realize how much you've changed since you first stepped foot in Grafton High School. Some of you can readily acknowledge that you changed superficial things like hairstyles, clothing, or shoe styles, and some of you even changed bigger things like houses, friends, or relationships. Many times, change is so gradual and subtle that it can be hard to notice. Writing letters of recommendation for so many of you this year gave me the chance to stop and reflect on how you, as an individual, have changed. If I had the pleasure to write a letter for you, I promise one topic I wrote about was how I saw you change during the time you were in my class, from your first day to your last weeks in class. Increased maturity, confidence, independence, and leadership are some of the common ways I see students grow throughout the year. At the beginning of the year, it's common for me to hear students say that they don't consider themselves a science student or that they don't think they're good at science. Selfishly, even if the content wasn't your favorite, I hope that you've changed that opinion of yourself. I also hope that you can look back at your years at Grafton High School knowing that you pushed yourself to do something you thought you may not be able to do, really truly challenging yourself. Like it or not, the COVID-19 pandemic changed your educational journey and provided a whole new set of challenges for you as students and us as staff. We were asked to pivot, adapt, and be flexible all at a moment's notice. The switch to virtual learning happened during your sophomore year, when you probably felt like you were just hitting your stride and figuring this whole high school thing out. The change made school new, uncomfortable, and unexpected. We as human beings find comfort in the typical and the routine. As monotonous as it may seem, knowing your daily routine and following it brings a level of comfort. During virtual learning, some of you sitting here tonight said, "Mrs. Bloom, I never thought I would miss school." You weren't wrong. What had always been an expectation changed and took on a format that was foreign to us all. We did it though. We grew, improved, sometimes improvised, and learned a lot along the way. Earlier in my teaching career, I was given a chance to be a virtual teacher. I regret proclaiming that I could never teach virtually. I wouldn't be good at it, and that isn't the teaching format for me. I also regret scoffing at a conversation with my husband in the fall of 2019 about Zoom, saying, "I'm a teacher. I will never use anything like that." As you can see, life has found ways to humble me and change my opinion of myself in some pretty dramatic ways. Sometimes change necessitates growth, and growth really comes from the uncomfortable. As you move forward in life, don't consider yourself out before you give yourself a chance. Don't allow fear or regret to be driving forces in your life. Acknowledge that changing as you grow isn't neat, clean, or pretty. We all remember middle school. Most of you never would have guessed at the beginning of this year, or even Christmas time, that you would graduate this weekend. Change isn't all bad, right? Your class is so well represented by the idea of change that even this morning, Mother Nature threatened one final element of change for this ceremony date. Your class, being who you are, just rolled with the punches and made the best of it. Life has taught us to be flexible with change. Experience can change your perspective. Conversation can change your opinion. You cannot be rigid and repeat something that isn't working just because it's the way you always did it. Change should be viewed as an opportunity. Change can give you a chance to redefine yourself. You are soon going to part ways. You may be separating from people that you've been with for most of your school-age years. Some of you are doing that in a very dramatic fashion and moving across the country, and some of you are staying closer to home. There's nothing wrong with either one of those. I will never forget your excitement and pride when you told me your decision to go into the military, that you had accepted your dream job, or that you decided which college you were going to. It seems to make the frustration you experienced and the challenges you faced worth it, just even for a minute. You've achieved your goals, and you're on to your next dream. What lies before you can feel incredibly freeing and daunting at the same time. You're breaking out of your comfort zone and getting ready to change that routine and perspective that has brought you comfort for so many years. Your family and friends have watched you change and grow, and their role is changing for you too. So make sure to stop at some point today and thank your support system for being there for you through all the changes. It will mean more to them than you may realize. As you move on and continue to change, remember who you are and where you came from. Hold true to your values, your uniqueness, and your character. Prioritize, reflect, and know yourself. Embrace the opportunity to change. Grow, but always seek to see the best in yourself and your situation. Hold your head up if change doesn't go your way. Put time towards what matters and persevere through challenges. Grafton High School changed while you were here, and you changed Grafton High School because you were here. Graduates, I want to thank you for the impact that you had on my life. These memories are something I will treasure. Thank you for being you and for what you have taught me about change. I feel privileged to send you off with my daily closure one last time. Class of 2022, thank you for your work. Have a great rest of your weekend, and best of luck in the future. Congratulations.
And now, performing the Firebird Suite by Igor Stravinsky, the Grafton High School Band. Senior members, please join your band. Senior band members, please return to your seats. We will now be announcing the Senior Recognition Awards. These awards are based on academic accomplishments through 7 semesters at GHS. Members from the Grafton High School class of 2022 have accomplished a great deal academically throughout their high school careers. It is essential that we acknowledge these accomplishments. The following groups of students have graduated from Grafton High School with special academic recognition. Please direct your attention to our seniors. Signified by the wearing of a white tassel, we have our cum laude graduates. Signified by the wearing of a silver tassel, we have our magna cum laude graduates. And our highest honors, signified by those wearing a gold tassel, we have our summa cum laude graduates. At this time, I would ask that all 3 of these groups stand and accept our praise and admiration. You may be seated. It is also my pleasure to introduce the top 10 academic students from the class of 2022. Seniors, when I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all students have been announced. Ella Day. Greg Dempsey. Abigail Garvey. Lance Grykar. Logan Kell. Hunter Schmidt. Dean Snyder. Tristan Soar. Rachel Swenson. Mitchell Tunisian. Sharon Wilkins. Please join me in giving our top 10 academic students a well-deserved round of applause for all of their hard work to achieve this accomplishment. You may be seated. Each year, 2 Grafton High School seniors receive the Black Hawk Award. The award is voted on by GHS faculty members and recognizes 2 seniors who most embody a combination of the following characteristics: leadership, scholarship, character, and service. The first recipient of the prestigious Black Hawk Award this year is Maddox Durst. Maddox, please join me on stage. Maddox, please accept this plaque, which recognizes you as a Black Hawk Award winner from the class of 2022. An identical plaque will hang in the Hall of Honor at Grafton High School. Our second recipient of the Black Hawk Award this year is Colton Nikolajek. Colton, please join me on stage. Stand right there and face your peers. Colton, please accept this plaque, which recognizes you as a Black Hawk Award winner from the class of 2022. An identical plaque will hang in the Hall of Honor at Grafton High School. The last group that we would like to honor this evening is those GHS seniors who will be leaving us to serve our country in the military. At this time, I would ask those seniors to stand and be recognized. You may be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce the senior commencement speakers. We will begin with our salutatorian, Greg Dempsey.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for being here today. This is an important day for everyone. For the teachers who taught us for the past 4 years, for our families who have watched us grow up, and most importantly, for us, the class of 2022, who are now taking our first steps forward, out of the world we have grown accustomed to, and into one with much more responsibility, but also more freedom. The past few years, we have gone through the daily routine of waking up, going to school, taking tests, going to our extracurricular activities, and then going to sleep. Now we get to move on from that and have more control over our lives, but I'm definitely going to miss my time here at Grafton High School. There is so much that I will never be able to do again with the same awesome people who have made the last 4 years so fun. We just experienced our last sports seasons together, our last musical, our last concerts, our last classes. I'm going to miss hanging out with all the friends I've made, going to practice and playing sports with my teammates, playing in the band with all my band friends, and going to Culver's after games and concerts. I will miss doing labs with Mrs. Stouty and Mr. Hudson, doing math league with Mr. Bergman, and I'm going to miss all of my amazing teachers who made class engaging and interesting. I'm even going to miss Mrs. Koenig's multiple choice Monday, but on a Tuesday. I can't believe that this is the end of our high school careers. It feels so bittersweet that all of this is coming to an end, but now we can look forward to our futures. We will make new friends and find new opportunities for fun wherever each of us is going. We also have more options to choose what we want to do. For the past 18 years, we have had adults in our lives guiding us. Our parents and our teachers have helped us make decisions and told us what we should and shouldn't do. They've been so helpful in teaching us how the world works and taking some responsibility over our lives while we learn to be responsible for ourselves. Now it is time for us to go out into the world on our own and make decisions on our own. We have to be adults and function independently, and our parents have to hope that they have raised us well enough for us to succeed on our own. It is time to take over that responsibility and make our own decisions. We are entering into a strange and unknown world where we will have to pay bills, pay attention, and make important decisions about our future. It's going to be a big change having to fend for ourselves, and it's going to be pretty scary at first. But once we get used to it, we can embrace that freedom and independence. We will decide what we do every day, and we will have to figure out how to get where we want to be. We are now responsible for ourselves and how our lives end up going, but we now also have that liberty to choose whatever we want. And it might be the wrong choice, it might be the right choice, but we get to create our own path and learn as we go. We made it through the crucible of high school, and we thrived despite the many challenges we face, including COVID-19. We are now ready to begin the next chapter of our lives with bright futures ahead of us. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Greg, to commemorate your efforts and to honor you, please accept this plaque which acknowledges you as the class of 2022 salutatorian. An identical plaque will hang in the Hall of Honor at GHS. Congratulations, Greg. And now for our valedictorian from the class of 2022, Mitchell Tunisian.
Hello. Thank you for the honor and privilege of speaking here this evening. I'd first like to welcome and thank all the guests, parents, families, friends, teachers, and staff in attendance. Of course, it's also my honor to congratulate the class of 2022. Well done, everyone. Whenever I've been given the privilege of writing for Mrs. Kunick's or Mrs. Sprenger's homework, I always start with the vital step of staring into my computer screen and doing absolutely nothing for several hours. This writing technique isn't taught in class, but I believe it may be widely used. However, staring blankly into the monitor has an upside. I have this automatic screensaver on my computer. Every few seconds, a photograph of a unique and astoundingly beautiful landscape pops up. There are incredible beaches, tropical islands, forests, and mountains from all over the world. Each place looks more picturesque than the last. These images on my screensaver are my favorite part of not actually getting my work done. So as I stared into my computer screen, not writing today's speech, I began to think about what a screensaver of the past 4 years at Grafton High School might look like. There would be photos of people in class, eating lunch, at prom, at the football games, and hanging with friends or studying. There would be pics showing people fixing cars, creating art, performing on stage, and playing instruments. There would be teams and clubs and choirs. The screensaver would show trophies, awards, victories, and success. Like the beautiful scenes on my computer, I think a screensaver of Grafton High School would show the best of us, and it should. There have been a lot of good times for the class of 2022. I also believe that a screensaver of snapshots can't possibly tell the whole story. I've never actually seen most of the amazing destinations that flash up on my computer screen, but every once in a while, a photo of a place I've actually been to will pop up. It's usually a city I visited or a vista from a national park. When this happens, I might remember the people I was there with and something funny that happened to us. Or maybe I remember that to get to the beautiful vista in the photo, there was a steep, hot, dusty, and miserable trail to climb. Sometimes I don't remember the place in the photo as being quite as beautiful or breathtaking as the image makes it appear. I think our journeys here at Grafton High School are similar. I believe our true experiences in high school cannot be captured in a polished photograph. Sometimes things got difficult and our path seemed uphill. Some of us overcame obstacles or illnesses or lost loved ones. There were disappointments and failures. We said and did dumb things. Mistakes were made and apologies were necessary. At times, some of us felt left out, invisible, or insecure. We had to lean on each other and those who cared about us. We needed advice and encouragement and reassurance. At times, we had to dig in and persevere. We faced adversity and had to rise to the challenge. These are the experiences that couldn't be captured by a camera. The polished and posed photographs are meaningful, but what is left out of them is just as real. Class of 2022, I'm not going to stand here and try to dispense too much advice. The talented people I graduate with today have so much to offer and contribute. I believe our future is bright and there will be many, many victories to celebrate in the coming years. I also hope that we remember that life is complicated and that sometimes the path isn't direct. Sometimes it might feel like the path is too treacherous. During those times, please know that you need not navigate it alone. The life we enter today will require us to reach out to those who care about us during times of both success and setbacks. As for the past 4 years, to our parents, teachers, counselors, administrators, as well as the staff in the offices, cafeteria, and maintenance departments, thank you for everything you've taught us and for your support. And to the class of 2022, congratulations.
Mitchell, to commemorate your efforts and to honor you, please accept this plaque which acknowledges you as the class of 2022 valedictorian. An identical plaque will hang in the Hall of Honor at GHS. Congratulations, Mitchell. And now, the moment that you've all been waiting for. Superintendent Nelson, School Board President Mr. Lorgy, and Grafton School District Board members, as the principal of Grafton High School, I certify that our students sitting in front of you today have met the graduation requirements set forth by the Grafton School District and the state of Wisconsin. Seniors, please prepare to receive your diplomas.
Benjamin J. Ancio. Carter Wrigley Arnie Anderson. Jonna Marie Austin. Haley Josephine Balt. Jacob Conrad Betla. Jeremiah Thomas Bickle. Hannah Lila Biggins. Arabella Maria Therese Blasky. Jonathan Michael Blabach. Preston Anthony Bonk. Isaiah Brennan Borchardt. Kylie Rose Broughton. Zachariah Frank Brace. Caitlin Grace Brandt. Lily Elizabeth Brosnahan. Sydney J. Buckman. Tyler Matthew Buck. Cassidy Marie Burke. Cole Joseph Chapman. Nathan Anthony Compton. Riza Smile D. Daludog. Ella Bell Day. Henry Donald DeBlay. Gregory Albert Dempsey. Isabella Grace Deal. Isaac David Dahmer. Grace Allison Dunkey. Olivia Grace Dunphy. Maddox Jacob Durst. Kyle Alexander Ebel. Ruby Olivia Ellison. Daniel Seth Fanler. Catherine Rose Faree. Michaela Ruth Fisher. Braden Allen Flint. Lily Mae Fredericks. Joshua Nolan Freeman. Abigail Marie Garvey. Grace Ann Gerke. Jacob McCoy Gerke. Kaylee Ann Gilson. Angelina Rose Griefkes. Austin Cole Griefkes. Carter Dylan Griefkes. Lance Carl Greikar. Samara S. Grease. Emily Rose Greasar. Esther Gordon. Gabrielle Rose Haldeman. Lana Rose Hansen. Kylie Alexandra Harris. Ava Hernandez Cortez. Colby John Hurst. Lucy Zalaire Holmes. Taylor J. Holmes. Jacob Robert Hosack. Andrew Scott Humphrey. Weston L. Ingham. Brock Allen Jasinski. Renee Olivia Juder. Yash Jha. Christopher Donald Calise. Abel Kaminsky. Logan James Kell. Keaton Nicholas Kircher. David Alexander Kurt. Clayton J. Kleckner. Evan Wallace Close. Zachary Thomas Klug. Annika Sofia Esperanza Korb. Ava Elizabeth LaDuke. John Michael Lonto. Kylie Marie Lang. Silvio Thomas Lanza. Carson Paul Lair. Milena Maria Lira. Kaylin Grace Makala. Lauren Grace Malchow. Julia Catherine Marty. Lindsay Grace Martin. Ava Elizabeth Mathai. Alana Jewel Mel. Ivana Gracie Michich. Colton Richard Nikolajek. Jason Michael Miller. Camille Ainsley Myrick. Rachel Mary Neprud. Cade Daniel Nursbean. Gunnar Daniel Nursbean. Dylan Joseph Newman. Paige N. Newby. Hugh Wynn. Luke Evan Norgord. Justin David O'Brien. John Michael Ulmer. Nicole Elizabeth Pample. Colton Lee Parisian. Noah Michael Pegalo. Mandy V. Perez. Abigail Marie Prayfrock. Peyton Jean Prohaska. Owen Anthony Pryga. Mayanna Ray Quillen. Logan Andrew Rappa. Tyler Robert Rao. Lauren Elise Rathke. Hunter Reindl. Emily P. Rice. Quinn Gordon Reyes. Arden G. Riddle. Cole Phoenix Robinson. Mia Elizabeth Roddy. Michael Sinclair Rose. Olivia Teresa Rutledge. Grace Rezentowski. Madison Marielle Sacco. Sophia Elizabeth Salko. Brett Anthony Schaefer. Ira Rockwell Schlotke. Hunter Henry Schmidt. Olivia Ann Schmidt. Zachary Michael Schmidt. Aaron Edward Chesso. Kayla Marie Chopak. Kaya Grace Schrader. Alexander Joseph Schofield. Sydney Paige Skolman. Elizabeth Lauren Seward. Tyler D. Sewell. Jaden Ryan Silva. Nathan Thomas Skiba. McKenna M.H. Slaminski. Dean Alexander Snyder. Tristan Lawrence Soar. Anna Lee Jean Stengel. David Daniel Stern. Emma Stewart. Catherine Yushin Stockhausen. Rachel Aaron Swenson. Caleb M.A. Tarnowski. Nathan David Teat. Mitchell Brian Tunisian. Daniela J. Thompson. Samuel J. Thompson. Jacob Ryan Tim. Zachary Joseph Tim. Sydney Ray Weber Tan. Caden Michael Tresky. Elizabeth Ann Tyler. Gracie Anna Marie Vasilik. Madeline K. Van Ryzen. Gavin L. Van Sluis. Elise Simone Vilwak. Ezra William Wagner. Jordan Ann Walton. Ashley Nestoria Weir. Haley Pamela Weisgerber. Tegan Elizabeth White. Emma Jean Widman. Camelia Angela Wick. Natalie Jane Weimer. Sharon Grace Wilkins. Madeline Elizabeth Shaughnessy Willie. Ava L. Wilmans. Andrew Urban Winter. Ethan Christopher Wise. Shane Riley Wissing. Marissa Renee Walter.
Please join me in giving a large round of applause to the class of 2022. As we conclude our graduation ceremony this evening, I would like to share a couple of brief thoughts with our seniors. Based on what you have heard repeatedly this evening throughout the ceremony, the class of 2022 is a very special class. Class of 2022, I simply want to take the time to say thank you. I don't get to say that enough, and with all of you here, I want you to hear that and to know how important you are to this school, to our teachers, administrators, and the community of Grafton. Thanks for showing up every day in the classroom or on your Chromebook and putting forth the extra effort to explore a new concept or skill that may someday be essential to your post-secondary or career success. Thanks for demonstrating a great deal of flexibility as your high school experience was anything but normal or typical. Thanks for accepting the guidance of our wonderful faculty members to propel GHS forward, earning awards as a top high school in the state and the country. Thanks for representing GHS in a positive manner with your extracurricular commitments, competitions, and performances. We have had the pleasure of watching your success outside the classroom. And thank you for demonstrating outstanding leadership for all of the classes that will follow you at GHS. The remainder of our student body has been very lucky to have you as leaders. While we were reading student names yesterday during rehearsal and having students practice crossing the stage, a couple of our seniors started yelling, and it was all in good fun as their friends were crossing the stage. I looked at them, they looked at me, and then one proceeded to say, "Mr. Manti, we are just showing everyone what not to do tomorrow at the ceremony." Then they smiled, and they told me not to worry. And you know what? I didn't worry. That is because our seniors in the class of 2022 have consistently impressed me with their leadership, their level of maturity, and the drive to continuously improve. These characteristics will serve our seniors well, far beyond the walls of Grafton High School. Class of 2022, I will miss each of you as individuals for your unique skills, talents, passions, and personalities that you have shared with us at GHS. Class of 2022, I will miss you for what you have accomplished collectively as a class. As you move forward, please know that we will continue to be here for you, and we look forward to the day when you return to visit. I am fairly certain that you can always tell people that you were a member of the class that was so accomplished that we decided to move the ceremony to the earliest date, May 21st, that anyone can remember. And most important, always remember, once a Black Hawk, always a Black Hawk. Class of 2022, please stand. At this time, please move your tassel from right to left, signifying your graduation from Grafton High School. On behalf of the Grafton School District Administration, faculty, and staff, I would like to officially present the graduated class of 2022. Congratulations, seniors. That concludes our ceremony this evening. We thank everyone in attendance for your flexibility as we navigated the upcoming athletic complex project and ultimately the weather. Please drive home safely.